welcome to another segment of the solution news. This time we're going to look at an issue with a lot of water going inside the property, inside the house, causing a lot of damage. So let's have a look at the problem first. The problem we had with this particular house was a lot of water was going inside the house. It was penetrating inside the house. As a result, it just rotted all the timbers, all the floorboards, and also damaged a lot of the gyprock walls. Now, the cause to the problem, it's surface water, either from the roof or from the concrete here, or underground water. That's where the water was penetrating from. So we had to dig all the section here to find out what was wrong. Now check this out. Now which plumber, roof plumber, will connect a smaller fitting to this downpipe? Now this one here was leaking very badly because this fitting was going inside this one. Can you imagine that? So the water was coming out of here. Now this fitting, it must be bigger than this one so the water can flow inside this one and down into your stormwater. So just be careful when your plumber does this work. Make sure that this is right. This must be bigger than this one. Common sense, just common sense. You don't have to be a licensed plumber to know this stuff. Further, when we dug this out, we found that we had clay pipes in here that they had sifted. They had a gap about that big. So a lot of water then was going under the house from that reason as well. But look at this. On the next down pipe in the other corner, look what we found. This is the stormwater, right? And this is the ag line. They have put an ag line very close to the surface, which is doing absolutely nothing. And look at it. It was just clogged up with dirt and trees, tree roots and everything. So we had a lot of water, all the water from the roof, all the water from the concrete here. It was just actually just stagnating here, and it was going through the house. Now, between the footing of the house and the rock level, which was only about that much, it was just loose soil. So the house wasn't even pinned properly, but all the water was going through there into the concrete and rotting all the floorboards that they were above the concrete. So lesson number 112, I think that one is. Make sure your stormwater is done properly. You know, get a licensed plumber to do it for you. The solution actually was very simple, but it had three parts to it. First of all, we just make sure that our stormwater draining is done correctly with pitch and also linear grades. That's number one. Secondly, we have to add an ag line. This is an ag line, agricultural line. It's got little holes in it, and it's going to a trench, and the water just goes in here and goes down to your stormwater, and that keeps your actual water, underground water, away from the house. But when you have rock, the water, it's just going to go on the top of the rock, and if this is on the top of your actual rock, what will happen? The water would just go under it and will still just come into your house. This ag pipe, it must be into a trench, into the rock, like what we have done in here. So basically your water goes inside the rock, in the trench in the rock, and then into the pipe here. Otherwise, this is useless again. So that's the number two solution. The ag pipe, to make sure that it's done correctly, into a trench, into the rock. And then we fill this with blue metal. We put it around Geotech fabric, which is filters that keep all the silt away from the pipe so it doesn't get blocked. It's very important to use blue metal and also Geo fabric all around it to cover it all. And the third solution is to make sure that you waterproof the walls in here. These walls in here, we had to actually underpin them. Remember that we had so much soil underneath it, and the ag pipe was just sitting at the top here. You can see it over here as well on this section, how they put the ag pipe right at the top. It's doing absolutely nothing. Waste of time, waste of money. It has to be down there, below your concrete level, below your underside of your concrete. and into a trench. So the next thing is waterproofing. Now with the waterproofing you have to be very careful. Remember, EnviroSystems, Australian made products for Australian conditions. Don't use anything else. EnviroSystems at St. Peter's in Sydney, the best products you can buy. Now, when you actually have a brick edge like this, it has to be smoothed out. Otherwise the waterproofing could break when something sharp goes against it. So we had to actually smooth all the edges here on the existing footings. And also we have to make a way for the water to just run out. So if the brick is flat like this, the water won't run out. So we just made a little lip so the water can run out. So 3 things: your drainage, stormwater drainage to be done properly, your ag lines to be done properly, and never use it like this. Make sure you add a sock, a geofabric sock around this one here to act as an extra filter. And your blue metal and your geofabric on top. And the third thing is the waterproofing. So you now have this property here completely guarded against any water, either from the rain, from the roof, from here, from the surface, or any underground water that comes on the top of the rock. Thank you very much for watching. And if you need any help, any advice on any problems you have with remedial work, any underpinning, any cracks on your walls, any water penetration from anywhere, anything you want, don't forget to give us a call on the number you see now on your screens, or you can email us and we'll be in touch with you and we'll come and give you advice what's the best way to go around it.